Hey Pisces, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and who's this? This is Wobbly, getting a bit of a shower in the background. I hope you don't mind, find it interesting. Anyway, you guys, today we're going to be doing your money and finances reading. We haven't had one of these in a while. I have been traveling and simultaneously moving and it has been super chaotic, but I have safely landed and grounded myself in my new home. So now we get to actually dive deep again into the Pisces collective and all the messages that you may be needing. Remember, take what resonates with you. Not everything is going to apply for you. Some messages will be for you, of course, if they really kind of like hit the nail in the head, so to speak. And if they don't, it's very likely that they're for someone else watching the video. So just, take it as it goes and enjoy it. Get comfy. Let's dedicate this time to yourself. Let's enjoy this time. Maybe, some of you may be listening to this as you do something else, and that's perfectly fine. But if you have the chance to, maybe just put the phone down, maybe just listen, maybe journal, draw, connect to yourself, that would be wonderful. We don't always have that luxury, but if you do, I think this could be a nice space to think about yourself and your journey, especially around your finances and your work. Alright, spirit, angels, beings of love and light, please bring in the most relevant and important messages for Pisces around money, career, work, and all that stuff. What is it that Pisces needs to know? How are things going? How are things gonna be going soon? Like, what predictions can you bring, universe? For Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For money, finances, and career. Alright, so first card that we got here is the Two of Cups. So this is a card that is normally associated a whole lot with the emotional aspect of things, right? It's more aligned with romantic meanings. So there could be maybe at work, a partnership, maybe you're doing something with your partner, maybe you're dreaming of something or doing like a project, initiative, a new entrepreneurship thing with your partner. That could be important, that could be relevant. But honestly, what I see here is that they're telling you to lead with your heart. What feels right in your heart, in your career and your work? Would you feel better emotionally if you're aligned with a different career path? Would it feel better for you if you do things differently than what you're doing right now? Ask your heart, as abstract as, that may sound. Ask your heart what could make it feel better in regards to your money. Are you maybe not investing in yourself, maybe not spending in the things that make you happy, but instead spending a lot on things that don't? I don't know. Only you can know. With the Five of Cups here as a challenge, this is letting me know that isn't it difficult sometimes to go from that default setting of negativity into a more accurate awareness of how things are. It's like so easy to be in this default setting of, I don't have money for this, or I'm tight with that, or I haven't reached this goal. I would like to be in that space, achieving that thing. And it's so easy to focus on the things we don't have and the things that we want. But if you look around, Pisces, everything that you're enjoying today, at some point, you wanted. And you got it. So it's like a lot of prayers have been heard and answered for you in the past. Maybe the devices that you're using, at some point you wanted them. And you got them. The place that you're in. The health that you have. The schedule, the freedom. The items, the clothing. I don't know, whatever it is. You are so abundant. But it's so easy to focus on that thing that is missing, right? The catch is that there's always going to be something missing. Because that's how it is. No matter how abundant and prosperous you are, it doesn't matter how much you have, there's always going to be something that you don't. because you can't have absolutely every single item in the planet. You know what I mean? And it sounds a little ridiculous, but in this day and age with social media and how we are being fed every day, you know, advertisements on how that thing that you don't have is the one that you're missing to become and feel the way you want to feel. It's like, it's hard to sometimes just remember how abundant we are. That's all I'm trying to say. And it takes a bit of effort to go from the automatic default setting of craving what we don't have into consciously just being very satisfied with what we do have. But it is definitely worth the effort. So Pisces, do what you need to do to connect to that gratitude. If you feel abundant, if you feel prosperous, if you feel grateful for what you have, you attract things, situations, events that will make you feel more grateful. But if you're allowing yourself to feel in this constant need of something, doing better, looking better, feeling better, earning more, whatever, if you are constantly holding that energy of need, you're simply attracting more ways, more situations, more events that make you feel that energy again, energy of need. So instead of telling you here in this reading like how to manifest what you want, I'm gonna be here and tell you basically to figure out how to not want. Basically, how can you like stop that desire on its tracks and be like, you know what if I have enough? What if I'm good? What if this is abundance? What if this is plenty? And by tapping into that, not only will you magnetize more abundance, but you will be happy right now. You don't need to juggle things. You don't need to make crazy things happen in order to gain that happiness in the future. You can be happy right now. You can be satisfied right now. So interesting what a shift in perspective can do. Gabrielle Bernstein, one of my mentors, she says, a miracle is only a shift in perspective. I see that emotionally, there is something about money that used to emotionally satisfy you and it doesn't anymore. Maybe at some point in your life you needed to conquer money or bring in abundance in order to have a sense of self-esteem. Maybe you need to prove to yourself that you were capable of getting that job or making that money or whatever. But now I feel like something has changed within you. I feel like you're more aware of the interconnectedness between everything. It seems like you're more aware of what's truly important in life. Money, yes, money is important because it gets us and buys us freedom of choice, right? It allows us to spend our time doing what we love. But at the same time, when do we draw that line, right? When is it enough? When will it ever be enough? Because if we just want and want and want, you know, we'll get that money and then we'll want more. And we'll get that upgrade in lifestyle, but then we're going to be looking at the next one, the next level, the next upgrade. So what I see here, Pisces, is that there's a powerful shift happening. It has already happened, really. And it has reminded you of what truly is important. I feel like some of you have gone through situations financially that allowed you to see your insecurities, your needs to validate yourself or prove yourself to yourself or others. I feel like you've gone through things that made you aware, or they made you see like other people's true colors, and it may have been really like painful. But now you get to be happy. Are you gonna wait, Pisces, to have everything on your list to be happy? Can you find happiness right now? And if all of that happens, then even better, right? I'm gonna be getting the jumping cards upright. The ones that fall on the table here. Ooh, the sun. Aw, Pisces. This is beautiful. Clarity is coming in and showing you that within your heart, within your soul, you have everything that you need. You don't need particular items. You don't need particular successes. You don't need particular numbers in order to deserve happiness and have earned happiness. Let money be awesome when it's there and irrelevant when it isn't. Easier said than done, I know, believe me, I know. But still, like, don't give it that much power. May it have the power to make your life better, but not worse. May the lack of money in your life may not have any kind of power to affect you. The more adaptable we are, obviously, the better. Easier said than done. I'm very well aware, very well aware. But what I see here is you basically transcending the need to have money. It's like you're coming into this communion with spirit in which if you have it, great. If you don't have it, whatever it is that you need will arrive in a different way. Through someone else. Through a gift. Through a discount. Through, I don't know, random things. It's like you're gonna be evolving past the need of money. Again, when it's there, it's great. But when it isn't, let it be great too. Let your life be great too. Let yourself feel great too. I think that because of money and finances, you have been isolated for some time. Maybe some of you went through, again, difficulty with certain people in your life, and they may have disappointed you greatly. And you may have felt the need to isolate yourself, to push everyone away. You may have felt unsafe. You may have, realized that money makes people act in funny ways. Either the lack of money, the overindulgence of it. People people are influenced by this. It's a powerful thing. And I feel like now, thanks to whatever it is that you have gone through, you have learned to set proper boundaries. You have understood what you needed to understand about how the money or the lack thereof makes people think and act. Okay? And now that you're aware of that, you're simply better informed. Now you are in this King of Pentacles energy. Now you know. It's like the mind. When you have the ability to guide and control your mind is a great servant, the best one, the highest technology we'll ever have, our brain. At the same time, when it controls you through anxiety, through fear, through any kind of emotional manipulation of through the thoughts, it's terrible. Obviously, it's awful. Same goes for money. Same goes for money. When you are in control of it, it brings you freedom. But when it is in control of you, it brings you fear and chaos and a feeling of, either it's never enough and therefore I'm a piece of shit kind of thing, or the opposite of ooh, I have enough, so I am better than everyone else. And Pisces, you're so above that. I get it. You don't think in this black and white form of thought. But it's inevitable to, for our ego to be, stroked when we're doing really good financially. And the difference is, how are you going to make the world better? If you see finances and money as a way in which the universe is giving you an opportunity to help the world, that's how much money you're going to allow and how you're going to stay grounded within it. But if there's even a little bit of subconscious need to prove yourself to someone, to yourself, to people who have wronged you in the past, even if there's a tiny little bit of that, it's very likely that when you do get what you're hoping for, whatever that may be, that it will alter your reaction to others. It will alter the way that you feel about yourself and others. So it's like, I feel like you have somehow overcome the whole concept of money altogether. Now you know that whatever it is that you need will come to you, one way or another, and it doesn't matter how. It could be through your own money, it could be through your spouse's money, it could be through your family's money, it could be through handouts or favors or discounts or exchanges or whatever gift, the universe wants to give you. The other day, I'm in this new place, right? And technically I'm in the city now, but we have like a jungle around us somehow. It's technically like the heart of the, like, New York that has like a Central Park. Well, imagine that, like tiny, like a center, kind of green space, and then around it the homes. And it feels like a jungle, even though it's very small, because the trees and the palms and stuff, they seem freaking prehistoric, man. They're huge. It's like there's like one big like palm tree, but it's so huge, like I can't even. So it's like, it feels like I'm in the jungle now. So the other day I wanted to go to the market, get some groceries, get some veggies, get some, specifically, plantains. I wanted to do patacones. Shout out to all of you who know what patacones are. We wanted to do patacones, and we didn't get a chance to go to the market. But we realized that technically in that space that kind of works as a backyard now for us, there was like this huge freaking like thing of plantains that fell from that Jurassic Park palm tree or whatever. It's I don't know, it's probably obviously not like a palm tree. It's not like the coconut ones. Apparently it's the plantain ones or banana ones or whatever. The thing is that there were like 50 plantains, like a whole bunch of them, like just laying there in the ground. Like, that's kind of what I mean. It's like normally we would go through the replace plantains with money, right? Imagine, you wanted to go to the market to get your plantains for your patacones. Equals, you wanted to put in all this work to get the money that, you wanted. But all of a sudden, the money came from elsewhere. And in this case, it just came from the fucking, sky. It literally fell on our backyard. And that's what we wanted to go buy and purchase. And now we have a shit ton of them for free. It's like that kind of thing. Like now, I feel like the Pisces collective, in a way, is not limited to this exchange of I put time in, I put effort in, therefore I get what I need to get what I want. Now it's just like, oh, I want that. And so all of a sudden it's just like somehow right there. That's the kind of connection that you're invited to develop more and more. And I feel like that's honestly your natural way, Pisces. But I don't know if it's because Saturn has been wherever it has been, but I feel like for the last couple of years, it has been very effort equals results. And sometimes it's like you put a lot of effort and you don't even see the results. But I feel like that's not the natural way of things, and I don't feel like that's going to be the default from now on. I feel like you're going to be just simply in this awareness that you are in this case, tree, you are the banana palm tree or whatever. You are the natural, you know, like you are your own provider through everything that is around you. You are that plant, you are the sky, you are the market, you are the people, you are whatever. And it's like through all of the things that are around you, you give to yourself whatever it is that you need. I hope that makes sense. I know that sounds a little wild. Patacones. Patacones are the source of this elevated perspective. Who would have thought, right? Okay, Pisces. So anyway, thank you for putting up with all my random ways of explaining things. I really truly hope that that actually made sense. There's a chance it might have not. Whatever. Thank you for being here anyway. And basically, the main message I think would be, remember that you and everything you see around you are all one. Remember that you don't need to get money. Remember that you also are the money, and you can just flow to yourself. Remember that money is just a tool. And if you control it, great. And if it's there, great. But don't let it control you, and don't let it affect your mood if it's not there. Because you are everything. You are everything, Pisces. If you like this video and my patacones analogy or whatever, please like, comment below if you like patacones, how do you like to eat them, and I'll see you in the next reading, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much.